Oh, hey, you guys. Hey, Kelly. Hey, how are you doing? Today I wanted to talk about the topic on the screen. You guys, do not date a felon. Rules for black women who are dating. I think it's very important because recently I've been seeing like a lot of black women talk about their struggles in dating and relationships and all of that. And I know that there are a lot of women that have decided to opt out of dating or a relationship or entertaining men at all. But there are also a lot of women that also still are interested in men, still are out here dating and being in relationships. So I think that it's good to have these conversations and these topics on a regular basis so that women that are still interested in dating and being in relationships with men can get some game on what to do to get the best results out of dating and being looking for somebody. So here we go. Number one, do not date a felon. Do not date a man that has been to jail or to prison. Do not do it. Okay? If a man has been to jail or to prison, he is a no-go. You should not entertain him in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Number two, if you are a black woman who is dating, under no circumstance should you be giving up the cookie. You should not be having relations, if you get my drift, with these men out here. That is utter foolishness. You can't even think properly. You can't even vet properly. You can't even see this man's true character if you are having relations, smacks. You cannot do it. Number three, if you are a black woman and you are dating and you are interested in a man still, do not date a man who has less than you. That is utter foolishness. I am seeing women that are homeowners with multiple cars, letting a man that does not have $1.50 in his prepaid debit card account live with them. What are you doing? Educated black women, beautiful black women, letting black men that have nothing, or other races of men too, have nothing to offer them. What is going on? You know what I'm saying? So once again, do not date a man who has less than you. If you have a car, the only men that you should be talking to are men that have vehicles. Why would you be talking to a man that doesn't have a vehicle and you do? Huh? If you have a place to live, whether that is an apartment, a condo, a house, a third floor, a duplex, I don't care what it is. If you have your own place and you're dating a man without one, what is wrong with you? Do not do that. Do not date a man who has less than you. That is pure insanity. Insanity. So once again, today we're going to talk about rules for black women who are dating, because as many black women as there are that say, hey, I don't want to talk to men anymore. I don't want to be with men anymore. Been this and that. Is plenty of women, black women are all I care about. Plenty of black women that still want to date and talk to men and have a relationship and get married and all of that. And so since that is the case and we cannot stop that from happening, we need to give black women practical advice to use while they are looking for a potential partner. Okay? Let me read you guys' comments. Let's see here. Jaleesa, the general, said, watch the men attack you and talk about how black women don't want to build. Ooh, girl. I think any man that tells you that he wants to build with you and he doesn't have the stuff that you have, you need to run ASAP. Run. Let's see here. Kalandra, you said make a video about the Kroger lady. Are you talking? I know you're not talking about that crazy lady that was telling her camera or whatever she filmed herself talking about somebody got to ask her for permission to ask her husband to get something at the top of the shelf. Because baby, that's crazy. I have never in my life. Do you know how many people, how many like older women and single women have asked my husband to get something off the top shelf for them? I have never in my life said, "Oh my goodness, what you doing? Don't ask my man nothing. What you doing?" Nor has he ever looked at me and said, "You know what, Triggered? Can I have permission to get that for that woman? Please?" Never. He's a gentleman, and that's what a gentleman should do. A gentleman should assist women. Like what? You know what, Jaleesa, the reason why I didn't talk about the video is because I saw so many people stitch her video and they were talking about her looks and stuff. And then they started talking about her husband's looks. And I thought that was crazy because whether you think her husband is attractive or not, he didn't do nothing. So why in the world is this man catching strays? Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to make a video about her because she already got dogged out enough. I can't tell you how many videos I saw of black women being ice cold. I'm talking about ice cold on that lady and on her husband. They didn't call both of them everything but a child of God. And I just thought that was ridiculous. Like, so I respectfully, y'all, I just didn't want to add, I didn't want to dog pile on her. You know what I'm saying? Because she was getting it enough. And I can only imagine going viral for something like that. And I literally have thousands of people talking about me and talking about I'm ugly, I'm fat, my husband's fat, he's ugly. You know, we shouldn't be saying anything about anything because we're ugly. Like, yikes, man. Yikes. I mean, I wouldn't have cared, but I still feel like it would still be rough to deal with that in the public eye, if you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that was really serious. I mean, I do understand why y'all said what y'all said. Not you guys in particular, but I mean, just like the people that said it, I do understand where y'all were coming from. But, I just I don't know. I don't think it was that she deserved that type of backlash, but it is what it is. Jazzy Ray, you said I wouldn't comment on her looks or his because that's unnecessary. That's how I felt. Because I could have did a video and talks about the situation without talking about the fact of, his looks or anything. Because it's not like her husband didn't help. So just for everybody to just go up and just, like, they screenshot this man's face. And it was just, man, it was terrible. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah. Kalandra, you said I could have did a live about women like her. Yeah, I feel you. But I feel like, that's pick-meism. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that just goes into it. Pick-meism. Hello, BFK. You had something to say?
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
So I just wanted like to ask you like why do you believe this? Like I'm gonna argue with you like you're right, you have a right to have an opinion. I was just asking like why do you believe this?
Believe what? Which one are you
Like
talking about?
all three?
Well, I'll just give it to you from like a logical standpoint. So, if you're a black woman and you're dating and you're trying to get a relationship with somebody, as a black woman, you're at risk for a lot of things at a higher rate. A higher rate for STDs and diseases. You're at a higher rate of rape. You're at a higher rate of being unalived by an intimate partner and a whole lot of different things. So logically speaking, black women would need to be more discerning when it comes to relationships, seeing as though they're the most unalived woman here in the United States. So felons, like 70% of felons that are imprisoned and get out will go back. That the recidivism rate is very high for felons and men that are criminals. So in order for you to reduce your risk of anything happening to you, the best thing that you would do is to eliminate the already risky possibilities, because it's already risky to date men in general, seeing as though men are responsible for 90% plus of all violent acts. So as a woman, you want to reduce your risk the best way you can. So one big reduction would be not entertaining men that have been to jail or to prison. So that's number one. The relations thing, I just already said. Disease, STDs, all of those things. So if you keep your body to yourself, you can't get infected with anything. If you wait until you're married to have intercourse, you don't have to worry about possibly getting the bumps. I mean, you do, but you know what I'm saying? At least you'll have a lower incident of that happening, because that man, most men are not going to go and go that far in the relationship and marry you without having intercourse at all with you and have completely bad, intentions for you. At least that's the least riskiest. It's still risky because it's not like married men haven't cheated, but it's the least riskiest that you can do in dealing with men. And number three, dating a man that has less than you, that should be self-explanatory, because men oftentimes use women for their resources, use women for their time and effort. And a lot of times, if men are not where they want to be financially, they end up resenting that woman. And when they get on their feet, they end up leaving that woman for a woman that they couldn't get when they were at their lowest, but they can get now that they have something. So those are the reasons why. Yep.
Well, all right, so like I told you, you know what I'm saying, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, arguing with you. And you actually made some good points, so you know what I'm saying. I'm like not saying you're necessarily wrong, but I just gotta be honest. The thing about you said the most with the do not have relations, that's the most like that's the one I kind of agree with you the most on, because you know what I'm saying, people pass way too much stuff around and do not realize it, because a lot of people don't get tested, and a lot of people don't realize that they have have something. So that's facts. But the part where you said do not date a felon and do not date a man that has less than you, I'm not a felon, but I know a good amount of felons, and a lot of them were either wrongfully convicted or a completely different person now. So like the thing about it is, when you say don't date a felon, I feel like we can't just automatically take out felons just because they did something in their past. And a lot of people who have done things, like regardless if they've been caught or not, like a lot of people do a lot of things that we don't know about. So whether someone's convicted or not, I feel like you should at least give them a chance. And the part where you said do not date a man who has less than you, obviously the man is supposed to be the provider, the protector, you know what I'm saying, that's facts. But how many women have used a man for their own personal benefit, just to not, for the man not to get anything in return?
Okay,
You know what
so
I'm
the
saying?
two, I'll
Yeah.
just say this is that for the thing that you said about like giving a felon an opportunity or whatever because of wrongful conviction, wrongful conviction rates in the United States range anywhere from 2% to 10%. So the majority of men that are felons are actually convicted lawfully, and they are criminals. And once again, black women are the most unalived women in the United States. 59%, 59 to 60% of all unalivings of women in the United States are black women. So
Mhm.
that means that black women can't afford to take any chances. So regardless of whether someone feels that that's unfair, or they feel that it's wrong, or they feel like, oh my goodness, you're excluding me, that is just something that you have to pay for. When we make mistakes, or we make decisions, or we make choices, sometimes those choices and those repercussions or the consequences of our actions are long term, long lasting. They never fade. So in this particular instance, if you're a felon, you just have to deal with that. That women that are upstanding, intelligent women won't date you. And as far as what you said about women, using men and stuff like that, I mean, you could say that you're a man and that's fine, but this live isn't for men and how they feel about being used by women. Like, this is for women and only for women to benefit from. And
Yeah,
and
yeah,
when
I'm
you
not,
say
yeah,
like
yeah,
women
I'm
like
my fault, my
using
fault.
men and stuff like that, women are not like men. And I really think that that's another problem with men nowadays. Y'all want to put yourself on the same level as a woman, but then you still want to lead and have all the benefits that it comes from being a man, and say that, oh, I'm supposed to be in charge, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, you're supposed to do this because I'm a man. But then you want to compare yourselves to women in every other way, and it don't work like that. So you know what I'm
Yeah, my
saying?
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like. And first of all, like I said, I don't think I told you. I said appreciate you for letting me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're right. This live, this manly. You know what I'm saying, for a woman. I was just like I'll be honest with you. Like I told you, the man is supposed to be the provider and supposed to do these. And if a man offers himself up to do these things, like because I ain't gonna lie, I got people that do it. They'll come up to you first and they say, "Let me pay your bills, let me do this, that." They offer, that's completely different because you didn't come to them and ask for it. But a man who is talking to you, let's say you're talking to a man and y'all show interest, but you see that that man is on a higher level, like is making, you know what I'm saying, 6 figures a year, you know what I'm saying, doing all this, and they start using him, because a lot of women will use them knowing damn well they're not looking for anything important, like looking for anything like with them, like they're just using it for the benefits, a place to stay, you know what I'm saying, being able to maintenance, all types of stuff, using all stuff just to they could go talk to the side dude, or just know they're not giving this man nothing. Like that's what I was saying. Like, you know what I'm saying, like that's all I was saying. But you know, like obviously it's all opinion based, you know what I'm saying, you're right, you have a right to have your opinion. That's all I was saying for real.
All right, all right. I got you. I got you, BFK. Appreciate you for sharing your thoughts, sir. All right.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me up.
Oh, no problem. All right, so let me go next up to Jaleesa. Hey, go ahead, sis.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excuse me if I stutter a little bit. Sometimes I get a little nervous speaking on platforms. I want to say I don't think men really understand that when you a felon and you date a woman, you're kind of being like you're like a burden on her, because you can't even get a good job most times. I'm not saying every felon, for somebody come in the comments, I'm not saying every felon. Most times you can't get a good job. You can't go to certain countries. Sometimes you can't even get a passport. You can't even buy a house in certain areas that they see you a felon, especially if you married to one. And I feel like they're not thinking that deep. And that's what's kind of like getting on my nerves, because it's like you pretty much will be a burden on her life. And again, I'm not saying every felon is gonna be like that, but majority of the time it's like that. And I don't think any woman, especially any black woman, should take that risk.
All right. I got you. I got you, Jaleesa. And I mean, I definitely agree with you. I do. And even if we could look at like a famous person as an example, look at Nicki Minaj and what I mean, besides her recent raccoonery, she ruined literally a lot of her public image by linking up with a man that is a felon that had a record. And look how she looks. She looks like a fool, an idiot. And that is something else. That I don't think that the men that talk about this, but I don't think they really give any care to like how it affects the woman. They just want to get anywhere they fit in. But
Exactly.
yeah. But let me keep going. Let me go up here then to Jump Nep 6. Go ahead.
Hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I agree with Jaleesa. She's correct. She's absolutely correct. You can't date a felon, because if you date a felon, you're not going to be able to uplift or move forward in life. So I absolutely agree with her. And then this guy talking about that men, women using men for money. Well, how about, I don't know, all my friends make more money than the men that they deal with. All of us have more money than the black men who surround us.
No.
And that's facts. The black men who surround us are not in our tax bracket. Not trying to be disrespectful,
Oh
but a lot
wow.
of brothers don't go to
Hey, don't
school.
unmute yourself, sir. Wait till she's finished.
A lot of brothers don't go to school. A lot of brothers, and I'm not saying college is for everybody, but they don't even go and get technical skills. And you can't tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I ended a 34-year teaching career teaching adults to pass the GED exam and to get the high school equivalency diploma. So I do know what I'm talking about. I'm not just whistling Dixie in the wind. I have I can verify that a lot of our brothers will not go to school. They won't get skills and trades. And every woman I know, we make more money than the men around us. So therefore, a lot of us won't even date. A lot of us are just trying to have peace in our life. And then a lot of men, if you work harder than him and you're making better money than him, you got to also face that he's resentful and jealous of you, and that he will beat your behind and abuse you and do all sorts of terrible stuff to you because you're doing better than him. And you can't tell me I'm making that up, because I got I ended up in a severe DV situation. Because why? I was better educated and more successful than him. Never mind, I was, at that point in my life, I was willing to share with him whatever I had. But he was so resentful, even with me being willing at that particular point in my life. I would not do that today. He did the worst stuff to me. Like I'm a DV survivor, So a man, you make more money than him, he will beat you behind. He'll beat you in the next week and do terrible stuff to you. I don't know what to say. You can't date a man who has less than you, because he's either going to try to steal and rob and take your money, or if he can't do that or whatever, he's going to beat the crap out of you because he's so angry and resentful that you're more of a go-getter than he is, that you out there making it happen. And I wish I could meet a man who was my equal, who was on my level. I wish I could. Because even if you don't demasculate him and you try to, you respect him as the man in the relationship, he's still going to be angry and resentful and still beat you behind. Sorry to say that, but it's the truth.
All right. I got you. Jump Nep. All right, let me go up here next to T3. T3, go ahead, sir. You there?
Yeah, I just disagree with yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I just disagree with the number three of you saying do not date men who has less than you. So yeah, now what do you define as that basically?
If you have a car, you should only be talking to a man with the car as well. If you have a car and you have a place to stay, then you should only be talking to men that have a car and a place to stay. If you have a car and a place to stay and gainful employment, you should only be talking to a man that has a vehicle and a place to stay and gainful employment. And if you have some money in your bank account and you're doing well for yourself, then he needs to be doing the same thing.
Okay, so I have a question. So say for instance, if you ended up dating a man that does have less than you, but then eventually he gets his priorities straight and stuff like that. He can afford his own car and afford his own house and pay the rent with you and stuff like that. Do you think that could justify dating men that has less than you or no?
No.
Yeah, why not?
Because once again, I said that black women should not date a man who has less than you. So if you're coming into the relationship and you don't have anything that woman has, you shouldn't be dating at all. You should be focusing on being a man and figuring out how you can get to be successful and get to be, a good partner that can actually assist and help a woman as opposed to needing help from a woman. So yeah, you should just go ahead and wait to date and step your game up, and then after that, then go back out in the dating field. But trying to date and you need help from women is,
Okay, I have a question. So can I make an analogy? Do you know what an analogy is, or?
Of course I do.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make that analogy and I'm gonna switch to script around. So say for instance, if I'm dating a female that has less than me and she's homeless and I'm helping her provide and stuff like that, do you think it's okay for that man to date a female in that case scenario?
Okay, so this is just like I said earlier. This live is about black women and their dating, and black men and black women are not the same. Men and women are not the same. So you assisting a woman that is down bad is not the same as a woman assisting a man that's down bad. It's not. You're a man, and it's crazy because it's we have all of these things when we talk about gender norms, things that women are supposed to do, things that men are supposed to do. And it's funny because it's when I talk to men a lot of times, y'all have all of these things that y'all feel like y'all should be able to do because y'all are men. Oh, I should be able to tell these women what to do. These women are supposed to submit to me. These women are supposed to do this, that, and the third. These women are supposed to be virginal, yet freaky, and all of these things. Yes, men say that often, but y'all want to please don't interrupt me. Y'all want to get the best things out of masculinity, but then y'all want to be on the same playing field as women at the same time. It's not the same. But beyond that, if you don't want to date a woman that has less than you, don't. But it's not really about men and what they choose to do, because men will be with anybody, anywhere, anytime, as long as she looks a certain type of way. And sometimes she don't even got to look a certain type of way for a man to give her time and attention. So do what you will for that. But I'm saying women, specifically black women, should not date men that have less than them. No.
Okay, so yeah, that just doesn't correlate at all. So yeah, if you're making the claim that women who are like, or like financially stable or not shouldn't like have the option to date men. It just like there's a personal opinion of your belief. I just don't think like all women should like have this rule set to like a boundary of like them only wanting to like date men just because they like have no
Are you
money at
broke?
all.
Are you
Because
broke? Are you broke?
am I broke? No,
Yes. Do you have
I'm
money?
richer than you. But
Okay, you're
that's
not richer than
irrelevant.
me. You're not
But
richer than
that's
me.
irrelevant.
But do you have a job?
Sure.
Do you have
Okay.
a car?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you have a place
Oh
to
my
stay?
God, this is
Then
irrelevant.
if you do,
Like
then
you're
why
trying
in the
to
world are
date
you
me or
talking about
something?
it then? Then why are you over here trying to
Are
get
you?
black women to be with broke
Because like your
men?
topic
Because
is
you're
fucking.
broke, okay? And that's what I'm saying. If you're broke and you don't have a place to stay and you're out here eating Vienna sausages and saltine crackers and bottles of Dasani, which is the worst water of all time, you're out here drinking Dasani bottles and Vienna sausages and saltine crackers, and you want another woman to come in and deal with that with you? No, absolutely not. Because why is that the point that you're arguing over here? That women should accept and be with broke men. The only way that that makes sense is that you're a broke man. And I don't waste my time talking to brokey. So you have a great day. Because I don't even like how you was cutting in and all that other stuff anyway. So go somewhere and brush your teeth and step your cookies up and get your game up, please. You're not gonna get mad at me because I tell black women that they should be looking for a man that has something. Because as soon as a black woman gets with a man that's a pookie, that's a bum, that doesn't have anything, and she has a child or she's with him, the first thing y'all say is, oh, why didn't you choose better? Black women always choose these pookies and these broke guys and these thugs. Y'all don't want better for yourselves. But then soon as black women say that, hey, yeah, we should be looking for something better, then y'all come out of the cracks like zombies talking about, y'all said read the comments. Hold on, let me see. So I don't get what y'all saying. Vic LA says, are you even married? Yes, I am. Is your mother? She probably isn't. Cause that's the reason why you exist. Cause your mother got busy in the back of a dumpster at Burger King. T Sim 5678. The men who are thriving do not care that we desire more. Exactly, T Sim. Let's see here. Let me keep going. What are y'all saying? What else? Keely San Diego says he has cartoons all over his page. He lives with his mom. He sound like he lived with his mom. Talking about what is an analogy? Do you know what an analogy is? Let's see here. Chrissy Blanco says y'all arguing on Christmas. First of all, Chrissy Blanco, I don't celebrate Christmas. So you say, why am I arguing? Are you in my live on Christmas? Why you not somewhere eating some candy cane and eating some fruitcake or something? You know what I'm saying? If Christmas is that important to you, Chrissy Blanco, ask yourself that, Goofy. Let me see what else y'all saying. T Sim said, why do they want us to be with bad partners? I don't know. And I really think that it's just a point of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a way to demean black women, honestly. Let's see here. Somebody says, user 8546 says, y'all are not ready for the dynamic between Midwestern Filipino men and an Italian black woman. What are you talking about? Is this person blocked? Because you sound stupid. Get out of here. I'm going to block you. I wish you hadn't blocked Poppy, because I was about to pull up his picture and really tear him up, Kalandra. But, yeah.
Talking about
Huh?
the one that said that about you.
Yeah, I was really about to drag him, girl. But I ain't gonna do it now since he's already gone. But girl, I seen that picture. I was like, oh, I'm about to drag you for filth. But anyway, it's all good. No, don't worry about it, Kalandra. You ain't do wrong. Okay, I probably shouldn't did it anyway. All right, Dr. Alex, I'll start with you and then I'll go back up. Go ahead, Dr. Alex.
Hey, you make me smile. You really make me smile. Please, these rules are everything. Please, ladies, do not date a felon. Do you understand how hard it is to move up socially when you date a felon? Nothing wrong with that. But it is hard. Everything from loans to access to always having to ask, can we do this? Are you allowed to do this? It restricts your life. Number two, men will use you as a way to control you by getting you pregnant. I say this all the time. Your fertility controls your future. It's not a flex when a man tells you, oh, I want you to have my baby. That's not a flex. He's trying to trap you. Don't ever fall for that. It just bothers me when I hear women say, girl, he said he want me to have his baby. Dummy, don't do that. When you date a man less than you, that has less than you become basically, he's envious of you, right? A broke man is a mean man. When you date a man that doesn't have his own car, he's probably going to ask to use your car. He's not going to pay for the insurance. He's not going to be able to do the maintenance on the car if it gets wrecked. If he doesn't have his own place, why in the hell would you let him move in with you? I don't get it. If you paying your bills as is and living in your house, why would you let a man move in with you? You can get the peen and then send him on his way. There's no reason for him to move in with you. And another one, we know that people have kids. Here is my other rules for dating. If he has children, his salary has to match the amount of kids that he has. So ladies, I need you to do a salary ratio analysis, right? If he got 3 kids, baby, he should be making over $150,000. So you dating these guys that's got 5 kids and they making 50,000, the math is not mathing. Don't you dare. Because you're going to be one buying the birthday presents. You're going to be the ones paying for the child to come see you all because the child lives in another state. So you make sure you do the salary child ratio if you're going to be dating a man with kids. I land for now.
All right. I got you, Dr. Alex. All right. Let me say, Montezi in the comments said that, what if it's all that she can get? And then he said, life is too short to be single. Better to settle than to not have anything at all. I just want to say that that's insanity. Like, that's complete insanity. Sorry about that. That is complete insanity. And I really want y'all to know that I think that a lot of times men that aren't good men or decent men overestimate their worth. Exactly what is being single if you're with a man who's a bum, a brokey, doesn't have a place to stay, just like Dr. Alex said, is driving your car. He's not putting any insurance on it, not filling up the tank, eating up all of your food. What is the purpose of having the man there for penis? Yeah, when you can go to Amazon and order you a rose or a bullet or whatever your pleasure is. I have no idea what would be the benefit of that. And I really think that a lot of y'all have to think about, what exactly are you providing women if you're broke other than penis? What exactly? And a lot of you guys can't even provide the penis. You don't have the equipment, nor do you have the skill to even make it worth their time. So exactly what are we really talking about? Y'all have to be honest and be real with yourself. Truthfully. The fact that Montezi is telling y'all to go settle sir, please don't play with me, sir. Okay, hold on. This is the man that, is telling you that you should settle. A man that looks like the only thing that he has to offer is a book bag full of Nike socks and a couple bags of Flamin' Hot Cheetos and a PlayStation game controller. Not even a console. I really just, come on now. This looks like a man that is potentially homosexual. You have to be watching very wary of these men that are out here with beanies on and Simpaku eyes. Please get out of here. Stop it. Get out of here. If y'all don't want to don't take this man's advice. All right? Don't. Does he look like a man that you want to take advice from? Does he look like a man that you want in your bed? If you had any other options, or I know he doesn't. And I know none of you ladies think so either. Let me just keep going. Go ahead, Kalandra. Go ahead.
I definitely agree. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm still recovering from the flu. That's why I didn't catch none of your other lives, because I done had the flu and I've been over here unaliving.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry, sis.
yeah, I definitely agree with that point that you made. It's really shocking to me that men is out here telling women that they should settle, and then when women get pregnant and be on live crying about the child father, they'll be sitting right there telling them, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. You should have picked better men. Y'all like to date Pookies and Ray Rays, and after you have a baby, now you sitting right here wanting somebody to help you with that baby. But now when Triggered is telling women don't settle, y'all sitting here and being mad at it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, women can't win for nothing because if the woman dates a loser and she get pregnant by him, y'all say that y'all will say that it's her fault and she should have picked better. You tell women to pick better, and now that she's telling people to do that, y'all have a problem with it. Like, I don't get it. I definitely agree with the prompt. Women should not settle. Do not date a man that's been to jail. Men like that have mental issues. Um, Definitely don't date somebody that has less than you, because when a man cannot provide, he's gonna take that out on you. Like, you will try to be a nice person to him, and he will blame you. That I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie called Disappearing Acts. Trigger, you ever saw that movie with Sanaa Lathan and Wesley Snipes?
I've tried not to watch
That's
anymore.
a good movie, Calandra. Yes, that's a
If
good movie.
if you
Yes.
ever want to know why you should not date somebody less than you, go
Yeah.
watch Disappear Acts. They got it for free on YouTube.
You right. You right.
That movie right there. She never should have been dating him. He Trigger. If you Trigger, it's a book. It was a book by
It's a
Toni
book. The
Morrison,
book
I
is
think.
even better, Calandra. The
I'm
book is
gonna
even
go
better.
buy the book, but the movie, it was about this guy. I don't forgot the guy, Franklin. He did not. He was married. Trigger had 2 kids. He didn't have nothing, like nothing. So
But
not
he had good peen, Calandra. Don't
that's
forget.
but he didn't have nothing though.
He didn't
Because
have nothing though. He didn't
ruined
have
that
nothing.
girl birthday, and it's not late. The character was trying to be like a good. I would say that she was trying to be like a good girlfriend to somebody that didn't have nothing. And he had this anger about him. Like, I remember her friend gave her some money for her birthday and they to upgrade the tickets, and he got offended. And like, he would get offended because he knew that he was not doing what he was supposed to do as a man, and she was trying to be supportive and stuff, and then he ended up getting her pregnant. Mind you, he was married, didn't have the money to get a divorce. Trigger, he didn't have a high school diploma. Trigger, like, just an all right loser. And that anger that he had, he took that out on her. And that is why women should not date men who have less than them, because when a man knows that he's not a provider, he gonna walk around being mad at you.
All right, I got you. I got you, Kalandra. All right. Yeah, I saw clips of Disappearing Acts, y'all, but the clips that I saw were so traumatic and disgusting, I just didn't even want to watch it. Let me go up here to Samira Love. Go ahead, sis. Let me send your request to turn your mic on. Go ahead.
Okay, hi, hello, hello,
Hey.
ladies, hello, host. Um, you know, I like you guys are saying beautiful things, and I was gonna say, I'm so happy for the next chapter, right? Like, what was will not be going forward, and the things that, like, specifically, when I say they specifically, I mean men. What they've done and what they have gotten away with is illegal. Like, it's like it's a stress. Like, I can't believe that we continue to give them grace. It's wild to me. But I think that, like, I believe in me, and I believe in the girls and the ladies after me to come forward and do better and have accountability and teach others along the way, if I'm making sense. But it's just like, it's tired. And first of all, why do we have to why do we have to require less? Why are we deemed the least group of women who requires like just basic tendencies? Like, be a man. Just be a man about it. Like, I'm not gonna do that with you. I'm not gonna go back and forth. The fact that like I have to explain myself is crazy. The fact that you don't know your place is also crazy. So I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but it's wild. It's so wild to me that we are the creme of the creme. Like, do they not know who they have at hand? And they don't. Clearly, that's why. We gotta check them and put them in their place, low key. But yeah,
All
I'll
right, all
land
right.
there.
All right, all right. I got you, Samira. All right, let me say this, you guys. I think, like I said, I always try to give people a logical perspective, or at least some type of rationale behind what I'm saying. And as a black woman, right, ask yourself, if there was a black man that was tall, and when I say tall, I mean at least 6'1" and above, tall, fit, handsome, attractive, had a good job, had vehicles, had a car, was very successful. Do you think that he would settle for a woman that was down bad, that was not up to his standards? And I don't necessarily mean financial, because some men are not concerned with the woman's finances. So I'm going to say, do you think that he would, I say this all the time, would he settle for a woman with 8 children by 8 different men? Or would he be with a woman that was all over, known for being like the most prolific corn star of the last 2 generations, or a whole host of other things? No, he wouldn't. He would say, you know what? I don't deserve that. I'm a black man at the top of my game. I'm successful. I'm this, that. I don't need to settle. But for some reason, when it comes to black women, when black women have everything, when they have achieved success, they are told that they are supposed to lower their standards and just get just bum off the street and clean them up. However, a black man that has achieved the same level of success is supposed to shoot for the stars. That makes no sense at all. And that's something that is definitely like a double standard situation. And I very rarely hear black men ever even address that simple point, that y'all would never settle if y'all had everything to offer, but y'all want somebody that has everything going for themselves to get with you, and you living in your mama's basement on a pallet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even afford to go nowhere or do nothing. You can't even take a Frontier flight, but you want somebody to move you in, build you up, do all of these things. Like, yuck. But y'all wouldn't do that for any woman. Like, stop it. Okay, so let me go up here to Foxy Brown. Go ahead, Foxy Brown.
Can I say something before Foxy?
Yeah, I'll give you one more minute. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I was gonna say the prompts that you have, disagree. But I will say the thing is
I don't know what you mean.
the prompts that you have, like the 1, 2, 3, or
Oh, you said you disagree. What part of it do you disagree with?
oh no, you know what? I take that back. I retract that. I agree. Do not do all of those things. But I was gonna say, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna land there. Never mind.
Okay. All right. All right, Samara. I don't know. Maybe you had some of that Christmas punch. Some of that Christmas hating on.
Maybe just a little bit.
All
So
right.
I was trying to gather my thoughts.
I'm
it's
just
okay.
messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Y'all great.
Let me go up here to Foxy Brown. Go ahead. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, so excuse me if I sound a little off, but the perfect example I can think of is like black women earning higher degrees. How every time the internet is literally in a frenzy, usually it's black men talking crap about a woman who has like a master's or a PhD or even a bachelor's. Because in this one case in particular, one of my mutuals on Instagram, like she literally got married while in her master's program. And people were still like, I mean, for me, the marriage, whatever, but you know how people think. But like, why can the degree not be an achievement alone? And why is that intimidating? Like, why would me having higher education, wanting better for myself, be intimidating if, you know, if you really was content within yourself and you really had your life together? That is one of the biggest reasons why I believe, and just an example, as to why women should not date a man that has less than them, because they will become resentful and a lot of times abusive in their behaviors because they want to feel like the man, but you can't fully feel like a man if you're not 100% in position. You can't want to rule over everything, but you can't pay for nothing. That don't make no sense. And yes, 1,000% jealous. Like, it's really no purpose of dating a man that, in my mind, that has less than you, because what is there really to do? Like, okay, women have taken the advice of, oh, just date a man that's nice and that's this, and that, and that's blown up in women's faces. I don't know how many times. How many times? So a lot of these men really hate themselves too. And they hate the fact that you are just better than them because they feel like, oh, I'm so logical, I'm so smart, I'm so this and that, but somehow you don't have more than me. Men's in some sectors still get paid more than women, but you don't make no more money than me. I bet that really stings, like real bad. So, and you know, 1 and 2, definitely do not ever date no felon, because that man will suck the life out of you until you have zero life left in you. And what does number 2 say?
Do not have relations.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely believe women should keep their sacred energy to themselves, because what's the point of giving these men box? And like, I don't, yeah. I feel like everybody should be celibate. Like, you know, of course you in a marriage or whatever. But yeah.
All right. I got you, Foxy.
Can I say something? Oh, can I say something,
Yeah,
please?
I'll give you 1 minute, Dr. Alex, and then I gotta go up there to none.
You got it. Foxy, I got to co-sign with you on this. Let me tell you, the amount of animosity that I get from black men regarding my education should be studied. I have been called everything under the sun. I was in a TikTok room and I was told by at least 4 men on the panel that I am the reason that the black community is under siege, that I have put my education and my career before marriage and family. And so that is one of the reasons that I am the demise of the black community. Not the pedos, not the felons, not the grapists, but someone who has a doctorate degree. The amount of "we don't care about your degree" that I hear from black men is crazy. You should want a smart woman to bear your children. They are the only race of men who have said that to me. You will never hear an Asian man, a white tea man, any other ethnic group say, "We don't care about your degree. We don't care about your degree," because those men know that an educated woman means there's going to be educated children and that their legacy is going to be educated, because we know the mother has the blunt of the domestic and the educational component. Our anti-intellectualism by some of these black men is unacceptable. We have fought to get the right to go to these universities to get our degrees. And now you want to hold that against me? That's the reason that you're not married. That's the reason you're going to die old and alone with a cat. And that is masculine to have a doctorate degree. Those are the three things that I hear. Just letting you know.
All right. I got you, Dr. Alex. And I don't doubt you. I definitely believe that you've experienced that, which is crazy. And I think I've heard other Black women talk about this as well, especially Black women that have pursued like really high education. Let me go up here to Nuna Nuno
Yes.
Verbiz.
Yes. Hello.
Hey.
Okay, I'm glad you can hear me. I have dead zones in my house. I want to respond to the third one. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you. Do not date, someone who has less than you, a man who has less than you. In lived experience, one of the reasons I think is detrimental to do that is because it is just a way of them keeping you down. And why do they want to keep you down? I think it has to do with when they see you elevate, then they have to elevate, and they are not willing to face the fact that they are not the leaders. They are not competitors against the the white YT man. And that jars them, I'm like, so that's one of the reasons I think why they like to belittle us when we have our education. Constantly telling us that we are at the bottom of the totem pole and things like that, so that they can have access to someone who's going to provide for them, while at the same time not meeting the standards of the men. So just don't do it. Don't do it. Let them fend for themselves. That's all.
All right. Okay. All right. I got you, sis. Yeah. And I just wanted to say, all of these three, there are definitely a lot more, you know, things that Black women could not entertain while dating. I just put like some of like the big three, I guess. But I definitely think that I don't know if you guys have seen this woman. It's a Black woman. She does these lives all the time. She's been coming up in my feed lately. She has a picture of her and her boyfriend, fiance, whatever he is. He's in prison and he won't be out for like, I think because I clicked on her live because I was confused at what narrative she was actually trying to push. But I think she said he won't be out in like 2 or 3 years. And so she has these pictures where she's standing with him, taking pictures in the jailhouse. And she talks about all of this other stuff. And I really want you guys to understand that dating a felon as a Black woman is a recipe for disaster. If you like your life, if you like living and you like breathing and you like being able to walk around, go to the grocery store, go get your nails done, go get your hair done, go do all of these things of your own volition without somebody pushing you around, you will leave these felonious Negroes alone. You will do that because once again, the majority of men that go into jail or go into prison are going to go back. That's the number one. The recidivism rate is 70+%. So the majority of them are going to go back so that they can be somebody's bottom bunk, bitch buddy. So you don't want to, first of all, entertain men. They're going to go back and get their bussies opened up again. That's number one. Number two, a lot of times when you see Black women that lose their lives, a large percentage of these men that are out here toe tagging Black women have either been to jail or to prison. Now, this isn't to say that there aren't men that unalive women or unalive Black women that have not been to jail or not been institutionalized. That is true. That happens as well. But a lot of men that are out here unaliving these women have been to prison or jail before. I can't tell you how many pictures of beautiful Black women that they have put on the news or on Instagram or on TikTok. And these women are so pretty. And then they show this man that looks like a doggone monster. Tattoos all on his face, all on his neck, all on his chest, all on his arms, all on his fingertips, all on his eyeballs. And I'm like, man, what were you thinking? They were like, oh yeah, he had already been in trouble. He had already did a 2-year bid, a 3-year bid, a 5-year bid, a 10-year bid. What is wrong with you? Do not entertain these men that have been to jail or to prison. I don't care what big head man come up here and talk about some, I was a felon. I was locked up for 10 years and I'm okay. Okay, you're probably not okay, number one. But even if you are okay, you are the exception. So why should black women make long-term decisions and life choices based on an exception rather than the rule? That is not smart in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If that was a business decision, somebody would say, you need to take your business license. You don't need to be running a business because you don't know how to make business decisions. So,
Trigger, are you talking about that last case of that beautiful woman that they found in the car, and the man that unalived her had all them tattoos in his face? You know what I'm talking about?
no, I don't even know what you're talking about. And
Oh,
that's sad.
baby, she was gorgeous. And he unalived her. He had already been in for 10 years for unaliving people. She was gorgeous. I will message you. Oh my God. Y'all, it's so sad. It was so sad. I thought you were reference to that. It just happened. I thought you were referring to that.
Man, that you just telling me that is just so hurtful because it's every day I see a whole different black woman unalived, and I'm looking at these men like, that's who you what? Why would you? I would have
Yes.
been scared.
Wait till I send you the picture. I thought you were just didn't want to say the name, but it just
No.
yes, really bad. And something else, Trigger. I have family that are correction officers, like in different prisons and stuff. And I just want y'all to just sit on this. There are tons of women and children outside of male prisons. Every time visitation day, there's a line to get in. There's a line to, you gotta bring your clear bag. You gotta get frisked. You gotta do all that. Tons of women and children outside of male prisons. But if you go across town to the female prisons, baby, you ain't gonna see no line of men out there. I just want y'all to sit on that. You go to a female prison, ain't no line of men sitting outside with the kids, making sure that the kids look nice to go in and see their mother that is in prison. I want y'all to sit on that. Not ever, and you ain't gonna see it. But on the reverse, you gonna see women and children looking their best to get into the prison to see their man and their father. Just go across town and look at the female prison. That's all.
All
I
right, I
said we
got
gotta
you. I
stop
got
all
you,
that.
Dr. Alex. And that's definitely true. But I think that's just goes to show just like how it is with women and their support of men and it being different the same way that women are more likely to stay with a man that gets ill, and nurse him back to health or help him in his final moments and stuff like that, and the men end up skating off on the women or cheating on them or whatever the case may be while these women are fighting cancer or some other type of disease. So just disgusting. Did you have anything to say, Kalandra?
Definitely agree with that. And I was gonna say like cheating too. A man to a man to cheat on a woman. Like it was this video of this girl going viral talking about her man cheated on her when she was like 20 weeks pregnant. She had a bad feeling about the girl. The man cheated anyway. She got back with him because God told her to. And I think that women just accept more than men, and that's why, because I think a lot of women don't really like being alone, and I think pygmyism is very rampant among black women because it was this video of this guy, and I just think a lot of women are pygmies, and I think that a man, even a bum, would think he deserved the best thing walking. But if women have high standards, and that's why I never really liked this Steve Harvey that act like a lady, think like a man jump. Because with that character, Taraji P. Henson character, that just really kind of made me mad. Because she had a lot of money. What was wrong with that? Like, why couldn't she want somebody that was on the same level as her financially? Why are women always taught to settle?
All right, I got you. I got you. Love and Light, you said if you're still dealing with men in 2025, you deserve whatever they do to you. I really wish that, like, and this is kind of off topic, but it's sort of on topic. I think that that's something that also needs to be addressed with certain women as well, because I understand that we talk about women and what not to date, but shaming a woman for wanting to date a man or have partnership or have a marriage or have children or whatever, that's not the move. Not every man is bad. Not every man is going to unalive you. Not every man is going to grape you. Not every man is going to do that. And I really feel like when y'all say things like that, I'm just wondering, what in life have you experienced that you think that every single solitary man on the planet out of billions of men, every last one is like that? And if you think about it logically speaking, and I really hate to say this because I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to place myself in a position of defense against men, because I'm never trying to do that, but I am trying to get you to think logically. If all men were as bad as you say, lover, like, you wouldn't be able to go anywhere without an incident every single time you went somewhere. You wouldn't be able to go to the grocery store. You wouldn't be able to go to, I don't know, Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, fast food. You wouldn't be able to go get your hair done. You wouldn't be able to go pick up no clothes. You wouldn't be able to go anywhere, because every time, everywhere, something would be happening to you. So like, you got to live in some type of rationale. And I think that, I hope that I'm not the one to blame, because I don't want y'all to live in a perpetual system of thinking that every single solitary person is your enemy. But because that just sounds ridiculous. And even if a woman was to engage with the man and something happened to her, in what world would that be her fault? Like, are you okay? Just, that doesn't make any sense. Like, honestly, like, that doesn't make no sense, loving. Like, I'm just telling you, it doesn't make any sense. Um, Okay. Love and light. You said, I'm not saying that all men are terrible. I'm just saying, don't be shocked when you get dogged walk. I mean, that still is crazy, to be honest with you. And I think that to avoid the dog walking that you speak of is the reason why I'm starting to have these lies more often about things that women should and shouldn't look for in the quest for a mate. Because as much as women want to come up here and say, hey, leave these men alone, don't talk to them, there are always going to be women that want that. And it's unrealistic to think that. It's the same way it's unrealistic to think that your kids are going to be probably virgins forever. You know what I'm saying? Or that things are going to happen. So yeah, that's just a crazy thing to say. And like I said, it's not rooted in reality. It's really not. And this isn't to say that men are not doing things, because they are. Yeah. Okay, love and light, you said, and the women that who want that deserve whatever that man does to them. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like what you're saying is stupid, and I feel like you deserve whatever happens to you for like your miserable attitude and you putting off bad things onto fellow women. Like, I feel like you deserve whatever happens to you, because you're clearly in a place of misery right now. So your miserable life, whatever you have going on, you deserve what you're getting. You know that you deserve what you're experiencing right now, right? But it doesn't feel good to say things like that. People to say things like that, does it? Like, and I just want y'all to, yeah, I don't even got nothing to say. I don't got nothing to say. I'm gonna block you, loving. Like, get out of here, cause I was about to really say something real rude to you, but I'm not. I'm just gonna block you. Have a great life, and please seek therapy. Like, and I really legitimately mean that. Before I block you, let me tell you, please book an appointment with a therapist immediately. Now, the therapist might be booked up right now because New Year's is coming, but soon as January 2nd, 3rd hits, make that appointment with that lady immediately. Immediately, and get some counseling, because you need it. All right? Goodbye. Have a nice life. All right. Yeah, that's just weird. Like I said, very strange. Like, I try my best to have women think rationally and not emotionally. So yeah, I don't have anything to say about that. And to anyone that thinks I'm trying to defend men, I'm not. I think it's always good for Black women to attack any type of thought process from a logical standpoint versus just hate, because anytime you move forward with hate, you know, in any way, in any avenue of life, sometimes it hinders you from thinking clearly. So let me go move forward up here to Samira. Did you have something to say, sis? But if not, it's okay.
I have
I
something
was
to
I was
say. Oh, go ahead, Samara.
okay. I was in the middle of responding to uh but anyways, I think it's crazy that like we have to be sanctioned and like requested to like be at the bottom of the toe. and like we got to do something. You know what? Let me stop. The eggnog is still hidden.
All right, Samira. All right, so let me say something to Culture Traveler in the comments, who said thank you for speaking up for men. I really this makes me sad, and it makes my soul like die inside, unalive inside. I was not trying to defend men or speak up for men in any way, shape, form, or fashion. What I was trying to challenge was her viewpoint on saying that women get what they deserve. If she had just came in here and said all men are suckers, I would have never said nothing to her. If she would have said all men are ashy bums that don't wash in between their ball sacks and underneath their arms, I never would have said anything. If she said that all men are losers, I would have never said anything. The only reason why I said something is because when she said it, she mentioned in women and women deserving what they get. And when I think about that, I think about somebody saying a black woman that was unalived deserves what she got. That's the only reason why I said it. So I'm not trying to speak up for men at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Period. So I just need you to know that I wasn't. All I was trying to do is give some context to the conversation. But if you thought you had a friend, I'm definitely a very, very aggressive married misandrist. So I just want you to know that I am a proud misandrist. I don't like men in general except one. So the collective of men I do not like. So just so that you know, this isn't safe for you. All right. Let me go up here to Foxy. Did you have anything to say, Foxy?
Not at the moment, but I really liked what everybody said, and I always love your commentary about everything when it comes to dating. So yeah.
All right. I got you, Foxy. All right, let me go down here to Dr. Alex. Because you said you had something to say, didn't you, Dr. Alex?
Yes. I want to go back to your number 3. Do not date someone who has less than you. So they always talk about that we're emotional. So Trigger, let's do this logical. Shit happens. Life happens. And I forgot another lady. She's very hypergamous. She only dates men, rich men. And she broke it down like this. I follow her on Instagram. She said, women, if something happens to you, right? You can't talk, you can't function, you're in a coma or something, right? Can the man that is with you, can he maintain your lifestyle and take care of all of your business if you are unable to? And if the answer is no, then that man is not for you. Which means if I am with a man and I have multiple businesses, I have multiple things that I pay every month, I have different things that get done, and the man that is with me does not know anything about finances. He doesn't know how to network. He doesn't know how to call people and say, hey, she's out of commission right now. Able to show up in rooms because I'm unable. Logically, that man is not for you. And so the way she broke it down is if you can't do anything and your man can't do anything or step up to the plate, that ain't the man for you. And more than likely, if you date a man that has what you have or more, he can fill in the gap for you. And it was an epiphany. Like, you all dating down doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you if something happens. Dating down to a man that doesn't know how to handle all of your accounts, all of the people that you deal with every day, that doesn't serve you. And so, no, I will not date down. If I can't trust you with handling my business in my absence, you ain't for me. That is the logical. We have taken emotions out, because they like to say we're emotions. That is the logical explanation right there to why you do not date down.
All right, I got you, Dr. Alex. And let me respond to Culture Traveler in the comments, who said, you said a lot of things in the comments. I'm just gonna, this is what I normally do to all of the men that are in the comment section that are extremely vocal and are annoying the women in the chat. You can accept my request to get in a box, and you can have 2 minutes uninterrupted to say what you want to say, to get your point across, or you can just get blocked from the chat and I'll just block you. You know what I'm saying? But those are your only two options moving forward. You can either accept the request to come in the box and you can say what you have to say for 2 minutes uninterrupted, or you can get blocked. It doesn't matter either way. However you want to do it is however we can do it. But yeah, so like I said, you can accept the request. Let me go up there and find your name again. I'm gonna send you the request. You can accept it, culture traveler, or I can just block you. Or you can just tell me in the chat, like, hey, I'm not going to accept the request, and then I could just move on with the blocking process. So what's it gonna be, culture traveler? What's it gonna be for you? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, and 5 seconds only to respond. And after that, you just gonna get blocked. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and block you, culture traveler, because the things you saying is very annoying, but I know that you're not willing to say it with your voice. So let me go ahead and get you up out of here. Let me go find your name again, culture traveler. All right, cool. Let me block this man right now. All right, goodbye. Your culture traveler is gone, you guys. So y'all don't have to worry about him in the chat anymore. He's blocked. I blocked him.
He was one of the men. I was waiting for him to come up. I actually wanted him to come up because he was one of the men that told me that I was the reason that the black community is going downhill. I was waiting for him to bring his ass up here. I was waiting. I wasn't gonna say nothing because I didn't want to be biased, but he was in that room. He was in that room, told me I'm the reason that the black community, that what's wrong with the black community.
I
Yep.
mean, a lot of those men, that say those type of things are, I feel like they're actually jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let me see if I can pull this up here. Da, 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 da. Like, you see this man, like this. I really try not to use like really vulgar language for the most part. I try not to cuss, but this man looks like a nigga, like F nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all get my drift. Y'all know what I'm saying. That's exactly what he looks like. Y'all can't take a man like this seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the type of man that you should listen to about his thoughts and perspectives on relationships, what women should or should not do. You know what I'm saying? This looks like a shiftless, you know what I'm saying, unproductive male. And I think a lot of times, like, when we're, as black women, like, we hold space with these men and we allow them to weaponize relationships and marriage and partnership and all of these things, and they don't have none of it themselves that they're trying to shame you about. So it's like, do you know how many men have told me, like, oh, where your man at? Where your man at? You got a man? And they don't have a wife, a girlfriend, a side chick, a side piece, nothing. They don't have a sneaky link. They don't have anything at all. And I think that what we've done in the black community as black women, we have allowed black men to be able to be um the almost the judges of everybody, even though they have done nothing to be able to hold that title. We've given them the leadership title, even though they've done nothing of consequence for the black community or for themselves or for us or for the children in the last 40 to 50 years. Nothing. You have nothing tangible that you can say that black men have done that has made a very large stride for the black community in the last 40 or 50 years that you can look at and say, wow, yes, that benefited the collective of black American people here. Nothing in the last 40 or 50 years. Absolutely nothing. So these are the type of men that are going to tell you about your reproductive choices. or your education level about how you're ruining the black community. Like these are the men that you never want to listen to about anything at all. And that's how I feel. Like if I look at you and you're a black man and you don't have anything going on in your life, you are a 35 and up year old man that has no wife, has multiple children, or even if you don't have any and you're sitting there miserable online arguing with women, like, exactly why would I be listening to you about what my life should look like? You're actually pathetic. Your life is not what I want to have. And I think that's something that I feel like a lot of black men can't come to grips with, that a lot of their lives nobody wants. They don't want their life, and nobody that they knows wants their life either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think it's a very I don't know. I just think that we as black women, we just give them far too much leeway, and we allow them to hide in their behavior. But I think that black women in general, I think that we do that with everybody, because I see so many black women, and I hate to keep harping on this. I say it a lot, and I know black women don't like it when I say it, but I think that black women do it not just with black men. Black women do it with any man that they come in contact with. They do it with the white T men. They do it with the white T Hispanics. They do it with the Indian men. They do it with the Asian men. Whatever man a lot of black women get with, they do this blind worship, and it's embarrassing. And that's another thing that black women have got to unpack doing. But more specifically, seeing as though more black women are still engaging with black men, we got to stop doing that in the black community with black men, giving them props and the things for when they've done absolutely nothing of note. Exactly why would, like, I've literally saw lives today about black women talking about how black women are lost because they're not submitting to the black man. Exactly what would black women be submitting to? What have black men did to show you in the last 40 to 50 years? You know what I'm saying? Longer than I've been alive. What have they done for you to be like, okay, yeah, I think they should be leading me and telling black women what to do. Really? Kia, you said that's not true. Let me know. I sent you a request, Kia. Let me know, what did I say that isn't true? I would love to hear it. I'll allow you to speak 3 minutes uninterrupted. Okay, let's see here. What are y'all saying in the comments? Y'all talking about the guy that made the video about male baddies? That was absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, that was crazy, crazy, crazy. Kia, you said you're ill. You can just tell me. That's fine. You can type, but I don't know what you mean. Tell me what's not true. You can type that in there. I'll accept that since you're a woman. Yes, Foxy Brown, I definitely think he's a little fruit basket as well. Because when I went to his page, because I had to go to that man's page, like, he has some very questionable videos of himself. And it was giving a next top model. Not that he looked like that, but it was giving that that's what he was trying to go for. And not in a good way, not in a cute way, in a very feminine manner. So it was just like, what are you doing? Like, you're up here trying to hit your angles, and that's what I mean. Like, and you're a man, and then you're talking about baddies. Kia said it's not true that black women don't submit to men, especially black men. I didn't say that black women don't submit to black men. I think that black women are the most submissive women, to be honest with you, to their own detriment and stupidity. What I said is that I don't understand why black women do it, why black women were arguing about submission and all of these other things when black men have done nothing to be worthy of it. They have not protected black women collectively. They have not poured into black women collectively. So why, and they're not successful, nor have they created anything for black women or for black men or for black children, done anything specifically for the black community in the last 40 to 50 years. So exactly why would a black woman be submitting? But no, black women are very submissive and will do any and everything for a nignog. That's very obvious. I can't tell you the type of wildebeest, rhinoceros, you know what I'm saying, elephant looking black men that I see on this app. These black women are recording these black men talking to them crazy. And they sitting there living in a house and they're paying all the bills. And they didn't have 1 million babies by them. And I'm like, you let that man You let that man inside you, and you knew he didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Like, what are you doing? Like, ew. Like, I can't tell you how many men I've seen on here where I'm actually flabbergasted. Like, so no, I was never saying that black women don't submit. And I really feel like the only reason why it's a thing that black women don't submit or black women are mean and angry and masculine is because there are a nice percentage of black women that are trying not to be that way anymore. They're pushing back and saying, why am I letting you tell me what to do and you don't have nothing to your name? Why am I submitting to you and letting you tell me what to do when all you're doing is taking that authority, and with that authority that I'm giving you, you're ruining my life and our children's lives and your life. So I think that more black men now want to come up and say, oh, y'all not submissive, because they want the women in their lives that have said, look, Negro, you're an idiot. I'm not listening to you anymore. They want those women to stop it. Yeah. Let's see here. Kia says, why do some black women date down? We all can date up. Low self-esteem, desperation, scarcity mindset, black women specifically being judged for not having a man in her life and making that like, because she doesn't have that, then there's something wrong with her. I think all of that is the truth. I know, with my first husband, like, he was a complete idiot, y'all. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. He was an idiot. And, he would try to tell me like things to like do or whatever, or decisions that we should make. And at first, I listened to him because I was like, oh, he's the man or whatever. And I guess I'm supposed to like, let a man be a man. And when I realized that he was an idiot, I just remember telling him like, I'm not listening to nothing that you say ever again. Because you're an idiot and you're not smart and you getting us messed up. I'm not going to listen to you ever again. And I never did, until, I ended up divorcing him. I never listened to him ever again. And he was very upset about that. But it was just like, I can't listen to you. You're stupid. Like, you're actually ruining yourself and me by me listening to you. Okay. So I will tell y'all, my first marriage lasted like 2.5 years. So not long. I think it was like, it's been so long ago, y'all. Cause my second marriage that I'm married right now to my second husband, I've been married for 16 years, y'all. So, geez Louise, it's been a long time. So I can't quite, remember how long, but I think it was like 2.5 to 3 years. It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long. So yeah, it didn't take me that long to wisen up. Yeah. And I was just like, bro, I can't do this. Like, you're just a complete buffoon. Like, you're not fit to tell me nothing. Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Alex. But yeah, like he had to go, y'all. He had to G-O go. G-O go. I never felt more of a burden lifted off of me when I went to that court and that judge signed off on that divorce decree. Okay, for real. I was so like, yeah, you got to go. Kia, you said, what dating advice do you have for black women? I mean, I don't be liking because I know dating is not a one size fits all thing when it comes to black women or whatever, or for women in general, not just black women. But I honestly do believe that I really do have some insight, but I'd be wondering if people really want to hear it, because just like Love and Light was in here talking about whatever you get, if you talk to a man, you deserve it. I'd be wondering, like, do some women still want to hear that? Or not? Like, do they want to hear like dating advice for real, for real? But the top 3 here for dating is up here. Number 1, don't date a felon. Number 2, do not have relations. And I know that is very difficult, and women don't want to listen to that. They want to go ahead and get their what did New York say? I need my eggs cracked. That means I'm ready to have a child. So I know that it's women that want to, go ahead and have relations, but you shouldn't. And number 3, I don't think that you should date a man that has less than you. But I also think that there are a lot of other things too. Like, a man that Even when I was dating back in the day, red pill wasn't a thing back then, but men trying to tell you what to do was. So I always felt like if a man was trying to tell me what to do or try to dominate or control me, he was a no-go. He was a no-go. Men that automatically talk to you sexually, like maybe the second conversation, they say something sexual, instantly, it's a dub. Get rid of them. Men that don't seem to be like, and this is gonna sound crazy, but a man that is not consistent, like, and I'm talking about, like, you know how, like, let's say you're dating, right, and you're supposed to go out on a date with a guy, and he'll like call you and cancel, or maybe a guy might stand you up, or he might be like, oh, I got busy with something, I forgot, can we meet a little later? I don't believe that you should talk to that man again, because I think that a man that really, really, really is about you will be consistent and do whatever it takes to talk to you and to see you and to meet you. I don't think that you should date men with a high body count. Now, this doesn't apply to women, so I don't want women to think I'm trying to shame them in their bodies, because women have to be selective in general, because anybody will have intercourse with you if you let them, if you're a woman. But men with a high body count, you need to leave them alone. Period. Like, a man tell you, oh yeah, I was with the ladies, he got a reputation. Leave that man alone. Let me see here. Seyon Summers, you said, how do you differentiate that from love bombing? I feel like a lot of it is discernment. You can tell when a man is like really serious about you and when he's on that bush. I think that the energy, it will feel in a different way. There will be a purity to it that you'll never have experienced before. Because when I was dating, no funny stuff, but I dated a lot of dudes, and I didn't have sex with them, but I did date a lot of dudes. I was the queen of one date, you never see me again, you getting ghosted. And I dated a lot of different men, and I'm not talking about no pookies, no Ray Rays, like decent black men. And I think I know what I'm talking about. And you'll be able to feel the energy. And what's crazy is that 90, I hate to make this sound depressing for y'all, but 95 to 98% of the time, the energy is not going to be pure. And you're going to feel that too. And when the purity comes along, it will be such a departure from what you usually feel. I believe you'll be able to feel it. You'll be able to feel it very, very much so. Because I really didn't even think that I was going to ever be married again or anything like that, or even be with another man again, when I was dating. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I dated dudes, I'm like, okay, he cute. You know what I'm saying? I always tell the story about this ball player that I dated that played basketball overseas. 6'10", very tall, very attractive. I'm like, okay, this dude might be all right. He was telling me he was looking for a wife. He was liking me. He was whining and dining me. He was really cool. But we were having this conversation on the phone, and he was telling me that he feels like how you go into a relationship or a marriage is you're supposed to, however you go in, is how you're supposed to stay. So if you get fat, then he gonna divorce you. Like, cause he was telling me, yeah, I like you because, I like your body and stuff like that. And as long as you would keep your body like that, when we get married, I wouldn't have no problems with you. And then he was like, but like anything. And I said, well, what do you mean about going into the marriage? And this man told me that if you get in a car accident, you get sick or something like that, that means that he gonna leave because you're not the same. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how you don't know what health issues you can have going down the line? Do you know I really, really like this dude? I really stopped talking to him. I ghosted him after that. We had been seeing each other for months at that point. We had not had smacks or anything, but we had been seeing each other for months at that point. We had kissed and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think another thing is you have to be willing to walk away. You can't care about whatever time that you've invested. As soon as he show you that red flag that you looking for, you gotta bounce. You can't try to make it work. Oh, well, he hits the mark on everything else. Because if I was to do that, I would be with a buster right now. Okay? Because that man came from a good family, intelligent, college educated. Like I said, tall, because I'm tall. So I'm 5'11", right? So me coming across a 6'10" man is not something that's gonna happen every day. That's not something that I'm going to come in contact with. Now, I was only dating men that were 6 foot and above, but 6'10" is a whole nother beast. And I still was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So yeah. But yeah. The
I
Foxy Brown, yes, being postpartum. Imagine being postpartum and you can't do nothing for what, 8 weeks, bro, and you messed up and your body's changed and you got to get back right. This man gonna be thinking about cheating on you before you even got a chance to get your uterus back shrunken. Like, come on now.
I love that you asked him a hard question. So this is what I do, Trigger. When I'm on a date, I ask a man about 3 women. And this is just me. This is just me. I ask a man what they think about Cardi B. I ask a man what he thinks about Jada Pinkett Smith. And I ask a man what he think about Cassie Ventura. When I ask a man about those 3 women, tells me everything I need to know. Cassie, Jada Pinkett, and Cardi B. Because I'm a feminist. And the man that I need to be with, he's got to be a feminist too. And when you talk about them 3 women, oh, you gonna get some answers for your ass. And every time I ask about the Cassie P. Diddy, Jada, what you think about Jada Pinkett Smith, or what you think about Cardi B, it all comes out. It all comes out. Yeah. Those are my three
Facts.
women that, yes, that's what I asked. And thank you, sir. I just nod my head. Thank you. Oh, okay. And then yeah.
Yeah,
They get my answers. Them 3 women.
I agree with you. I think that Dr. Alex is spitting facts. That is definitely something that you guys should add to if you're dating, that is something that you should incorporate in your dating repertoire right now. Right now. Please listen to her. That is definitely something that you should do for sure. But let me keep going up here, you guys. Foxy Brown, you have something to say, sis?
Yes, excuse me. I wanted to bring up as well, like another tidbit that women should be doing in dating is keeping yourselves like informed on the signs of abuse. Because I recently just did a research project about intimate partner violence, and it's some of the most like subtlest things that a lot of women wouldn't even bat an eye about. But like, and also being a kid, being around those situations, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that us as women need to do in dating is like not to the point to where you may sound crazy, but hey, I don't know, if it saves your life, be the crazy lady, but definitely study the signs of abuse, study the signs of abusive men, like how they move, how they talk, because every man is not going to be overtly abusive. It's a lot of very covert narcissists, a lot of covert people that like, but like you really just have to pay attention to the small things.
I mean, I definitely agree with you, Foxy. I'll tell you, one time I was on a date with this guy. We decided to meet up and I would never forget it. I think it was either IHOP, y'all, or Denny's. And so we sitting there, we eating the food or whatever. And he tells me that he has something to show me. And he turns his phone around and shows me a grainy video of a woman giving him fellatio and him like, finishing all over her. And I was disgusted, okay? I was flabbergasted. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I was legitimately disgusted. And he was like, oh, I see it on your face. You like that, don't you? I said, what you see on my face is disgust. Because why would you show me this? And he was like, oh, well, I just want to know if you were into it. I said, so you wanted to know if I was into something by showing me a intimate video that you made with somebody else? What? He was like, oh, I messed up, didn't I? I was like, yeah, because that's disgusting. Do you know? I finished my little food, let that man pay, and then I left and I never talked to that man ever again. Because it was like, why would you even play with me like that? So men that do things like that, because if you think that he will do that to show you, you'll be the next woman he shows. After you become the notch on his belt, you'll be the next one that he's showing your video to somebody else. But yeah, he had to go. He had to GO. And I think that was actually our third date. Yeah, because that was our third date. And he hadn't acted weird or nothing like that until that day. Did he always pay? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know black men are different now as far as the whole red pill paying thing. But back when I was dating, I never had no problem with men paying. Like, I never paid for nothing. But yeah, like because before I had met him at some type of like bar or whatever, and it had like, pool in there and like darts and a whole bunch of other stuff. It was cool. And he bought me all of these drinks and stuff, and he ain't tried nothing. Like he didn't try anything at all. Like it was just to meet up there, and we went on our separate ways after talking for a long time. Like there. But yeah, like anyway, y'all have to tell y'all some of my crazy date stories because it was a lot of crazies too. All right. But well, I wouldn't say, I would say crazies. If y'all consider that crazy, then yeah, crazies. Let me keep going, y'all. Let me go up here to Sayon Summers. Hey sis.
If you're dating, like if you're wanting to date people from other countries, I would like study that country well, kind of understand their culture, how the men treat women there. Because a lot of cultures, they believe in polygamy or things of that nature, and they might try to manipulate you into dating them without revealing that maybe that's something that they actually believe in.
All right, I got you. Yeah, and I definitely agree with that as well. Because a lot of other cultures, are also deeply misogynistic and anti-woman. So you don't want to, jump out of the frying pan, so to speak, into the fire. So you want to make sure, because I don't think that black women should limit their dating options. I think black women should date the best candidate possible. So if the best candidate is a black man, cool. If the best candidate is an Asian man, cool. If the best candidate is an Indian man, cool. I just think that black women should keep their minds and eyes open to the potential of, any race of man. But absolutely, I think, to be honest with y'all, I think most men are misogynistic, and most male cultures are rooted in some type of deep-seated misogyny. So don't just go thinking, oh yes, these men are just going to love me and treat me like a princess. Yeah, that's going to vary on a man by man basis, like an individual basis, but not a collective one. Let me see. I'm just trying to think about some other weird things to look for. I think y'all should already know
I
this.
say you
Oh no, go ahead,
always.
Dr. Alex.
I was always asked. I got this from a TikTok lady that's studying dating. Always ask about a man's mother. So I never thought about this. We always talk about daddy issues. Ask about a man's mother. And I had to think about this because I was dating this guy, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm able to outsource a lot of domestic things, right? I've cooked and cleaned enough. My mom's cooked and cleaned enough. I'm able to have somebody come over, clean our house, prepare some meals. So I was dating this guy, and he was like, "Oh, when you gonna cook me something?" I was like, "Sir, I I like cooking, but I don't plan on cooking you something. But I do have somebody to come over that cooks our meals and does meal prep for us. All you modern women, all y'all want to do is y'all ain't like my mama and my grandmama. They cook 3 and 4 meals a day. We had Sunday dinner. Sir, I appreciate that your mother had the time to do all of that. I would rather go exercise. I would rather go to yoga. I would rather not cook. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, that's what's wrong. That's wifey stuff. That's wifey stuff. I said, sir, so you mean to tell me that because I'm a good cook, that means that I'm going to be a good wife, or that me cooking is going to keep my husband at home? No, I ain't saying that, but that's what's wrong. So, one, he had a problem with what I feel is my soft life. I'm not cooking every day. I'm going to do a girl dinner. I'm not cooking every day. Next, because his mother worked 2 and 3 jobs and had to cook and had to do all of that. He equates that I'm not a real woman because I want to do all that. So always ask about their mother and their mother's quality of life, because they will use it against you if they feel that you are not living up to what they think a woman should be. I had to learn that the hard way, but always ask about their mother.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dr. Alex, once again, dropping some more gems. All right, let me go up here to Leah. Go ahead, Leah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy holidays to y'all. I just wanted to come up here and chime in on this. I would just say, just don't date men who obviously have the red flags. Like they talk about how, oh, a woman's standards are too high, or they go around saying that they're the prize and all of this stuff, because really that's what this is that they are basically lazy. They don't want to change, they don't want to do better, so they're going to tell you that, oh, you're wrong for feeling the way that you feel, only because they want easy access to you. They want to easily be have all this access to women, just so without no type of effort. And it's very pathetic and it's very manipulative. And a lot of us, well, not a lot of us, but there's some who have dealt with a man like that before, and then they realized it, and then they left the relationship and just never looked back. So I would just be careful out here. And just also, I'm gonna just let y'all know too, please do not be looking for love on any dating apps, because it's not there. It's not there. Dating apps is basically for, I guess, like a hookup type of thing. If you're looking for love on a dating app, you're not going to be happy. Your heart is going to always be broken. So it's just best that you just find somebody organically. And also, just you got to love yourself, and just, before you even do that, you got to love yourself. Love everything about you, know what you want. And also, it's nothing wrong with having standards, or just saying, you know what, I have my boundaries and this is what I want. And if you can't fulfill it, then you can't be a part of my life. We can't be together. So that's all I wanted to say.
All right, all right. I got you, Leah. I have heard horror stories from women in dating online and stuff like that. I would be remiss if I did not say that my husband, I did meet him online, but it wasn't on a dating site though. This is about to date me, y'all, because y'all about to be like, oh my God, this lady super ancient, but it's all good. I think I told this story before, but like there was this dude in my town, in my city that I was in at the time that liked me, and he added me to this group. And I was like, I don't know why this man added me to this group. Like, I don't even like him. And it was like a group where, like, women and men were talking and flirting and just having conversations and stuff. And I was just like, bro, like, why did he add me to this? You know what I'm saying? And so I seen everybody commenting and stuff in the group. And I mean, it wasn't like no super freak group, you know what I'm saying, where people was like, posting freaky pictures or anything. People was just really just flirting. Cause if it was like that, I would have just exited out immediately. But so my husband was in there and he was saying all of this stuff about the type of man he was and just making these posts and stuff. And I saw them, but I was like, man, this dude, he full of it. You know what I'm saying? And I think I lurked and like watched his comments for like maybe like 2 months, and I would see his comments and stuff like that in the group, and I like it was like I would say like about 2 months. And I remember one time he posted something about, I'm a good man and I'm out here, whatever, da da da. And I had said something underneath his post. I would never forget it. It was like I said something like, "You ain't no good man." You know what I'm saying? Why you over here capping or something like that? And he responded to me and he was like, "I am. Why don't you come out and see," or something like that. And then we ended up, going out on a date, and then everything was just up from there. Like, honestly and legitimately, everything was up from there. We went to a restaurant the first day, the first time after we said we was gonna go ahead and meet each other. It was like the first day we went to like a restaurant. I did not see him the next day. And then the day after that, I saw him, and then never, and saw him every day after that for 16 years now. And that was after that. So I did meet him online, y'all. So I would have never come across him or know who he was or that he existed if we had met online. But like I said, that wasn't a dating site. That was just plain old Facebook. I don't think people use Facebook because I don't even be on Facebook no more, to be honest with y'all. But that was a group. I don't know if anybody remembers that or if I'm like just too old or whatever. But back when Facebook groups were popping, yeah, that's how I did it. But I definitely have heard that women are having bad experiences dating online. I mean, I'm sure some women have found love on there, but since I'm not on there, I can't definitely say that Leah's not telling the truth. I'm sure she's speaking on what she's seen and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to discount you or anything, Leah. I was just saying. Yeah, they still got Facebook groups. I just don't be in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was probably like maybe a year ago, I joined some black girl horror groups because I really like horror movies, for people to like tell me what's the new horror movies that's out and stuff like that. But I really don't be in there. I really don't be in there. And y'all said they got Facebook dating on there? Oh, okay, okay. I've heard people talk about Facebook dating here on TikTok, but I never been on Facebook dating or nothing like that. I don't even think that was a thing back then. I don't back when I was on there. I don't think there was Facebook dating. I think it was just like if you get added to a group. Because I remember this other dude added me to this group that was like it was for freaky people. And I'm not trying to shame people for being like freaky because their freaky ain't my freaky, right? It was like women in there that was like posting like posts for getting trains ran on them and stuff like that. Talk about today I'm in the mood for like 4 dudes and stuff like that. So when I say freaky, I don't mean just regular freak. I mean like just too freaky for me. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep shaming nobody, but that's just too freaky for me, baby.
No, and
uh,
to her point, like, yeah, like dating online or at least Tinder and stuff, I feel like people just go on there for validation. And I'm not saying every single person, but for the majority, people do. But I think like it's also really important that as a woman, like you go out there, like you show the world who you are, like get compliments from a lot of men, get compliments from a lot of women. Also, it'll be helpful if you're celibate too, so that when someone comes in your life, a man, you're not just like rocked because you already have all of the validation and the security that you need from being outside already and getting that from others.
all right, I got you, sis. I think that's also good advice. Um, let's see here. Wait a minute. Diva outside, you said you don't have to put in a lot of effort to meet a woman online if you're a predator or married. I mean, yeah, I can't say that's not true. It is. Let's see here. Leah said it was a guy I met off in the app, and he is from the same city who knew a friend of mine, a high school friend of yours. He was mad weird. Okay, yeah. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live because I feel like I hit all the points I feel like we could. I mean, this is always a topic that we can always do again too, because we'll never run out of ways to help women to watch out for trifling men and red flag men. And I just want to say I appreciate all the ladies that came up here today. Miss Foxy Brown, Miss Sayon Summers, Miss Calandra, Miss Leah, Dr. Alex. I feel like it was somebody else that was up here too, but my mind is like drawing a blank right now. But did you have anything to say before I get out of here, Dr. Alex?
No, I love you. I love what you stand for. One last bit of advice. Public records are free. Y'all, so when a man tell you that he's divorced, ask for the divorce decree, and public records are free. That should be part of your dating rules as well. You can type in his name and see if he is legally divorced. All you need is the county and his name. I tell women that all the time because a man will tell you he's divorced and he's not. So please, public records are free.
All right, all right, all right. Once again, Dr. Alex with another gem to be looking for to make sure that you guys don't get got by these bucket heads out here, okay? All right. Well, once again, you guys, I appreciate all of you ladies that came up in the panel, and I also appreciate all of the ladies that were in the chat and you guys for taking the time to listen and stuff. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your holiday and enjoy your time off, and appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, and I just want you to know, if you're a Black woman and you're listening to this, you are amazing and I love you. All right, I'll see y'all later.